So I'm driving up to Dallas right now to check on a new flip I just bought. And earlier this year, or the end of last year, I had purchased 2 flips in Dallas that I did 100% remote. And it didn't go as well as I thought because I didn't have contractors out there and I just trusted a word of mouth referral. And it took longer and cost more than I expected. So this time I'm gonna go out and handle it myself instead of doing it fully remote. And I already had my handyman in Dallas do the demolition and some small touch-up repairs. And now I have my crew from Houston driving up to Dallas as well. And they're gonna do the framing of the new layout, sheetrock work, doors and stuff before the plumber and electrician in Dallas will do their job. So this house, I picked it up for $260,000 and it's in a good area. It's in Highland Village, Texas, which is like the north suburbs of Dallas. And at first I was just gonna sell it as is, but I figured with the comps, it's better just to finish remodeling the whole house and then selling it because the house just needs a full cosmetic. It has a good roof, the foundation is good, the windows are good. It just needs a new kitchen, bathroom, paint, and floors. So that's pretty simple. And I figured I would just renovate it myself instead. And what we're gonna do is spend probably about $70,000 just because I know Dallas contractors are a little more expensive than Houston, and then be all in at maybe $330, maybe worst case $350. And the plan is to sell it as close to $500K as possible. So we'll see about that. We're gonna probably stop at Costco, Home Depot, get ceiling fans, fixtures, lights, faucets, floor and decor, and get all that stuff going, and then let my guys just run it. And then I'll show you how the house looks right now after the demo has been completed. All right, so I'm here at the latest flip I picked up in Dallas. This is actually in Highland Village, Texas, which is north of Dallas. So what I'm going to do is convert this carport into a garage to have a 2-car garage because every other comp in this neighborhood has a garage. Now, once I do that and I close this off, then there won't be a walkway into the house. So what I'll have to do is I have to pave concrete right here and create a little sidewalk or walkway to get to the front entrance of the home. All right, so let's come and look at the house and the layout. So I don't want to change too much to the layout as it's trying to be a cosmetic remodel. But once you walk in, this is the living area. As you see, we have some vaulted ceilings and just a nice living area. And before I came out here, I already had my demo guy demo all the floors, the bathrooms, and the kitchen. So you're just seeing the empty layout. And now I'm gonna start with the framing and the plumbing and electrical. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna open up this wall a little wider to have more of an open feel into the kitchen and dining area. Because if you come in here, so this is the dining area that I wanna open up to the living room. And then if you come in here, this is the kitchen. So my demo guy had already ripped out most of the kitchen, but what's missing still is he forgot to demo the throwdowns, which I'm still gonna knock down. And then I'm probably gonna extend the kitchen a little bit over here. And once this is opened up, it'll just have a better feel to it. So at the end of the kitchen, you have this weird hallway here that goes back out to the front door and the front entrance. What I'm actually going to do is I'm gonna close off this wall right here and turn this whole small hallway into a pantry for the kitchen to have storage. So if we go down this hallway right here, it leads to 3 of the bedrooms. And you have just 2 basic standard bedrooms of a closet, and they have a shared bathroom right here, which I've already demoed and I'm gonna replace everything. And then in here is the primary bedroom, and there's a primary bathroom in here. And the bathroom was such a terrible layout. It had 2 entrances, and when you walked in, you had 2 sinks on either side, 2 walk-in closets, and then just a random toilet right here in the middle that made no sense. Like, this toilet was just a terrible idea and terrible design, and it had a jacuzzi tub and shower right here. And this was just a very terrible layout. So I'm gonna demo all of this and redesign the entire primary bathroom. And then over here on this side of the house, you do have a laundry room. This is a very basic laundry room, and I'm not gonna do much to it, just fresh paint and new floors, and that's it. And then over here, as you can see the framing and stuff, this is where they converted the garage into part of the house. If you come in here, you have a fireplace, a second fireplace on top of the living room, and then they haven't finished converting it, but what I'm gonna do is call this a second primary bedroom. So this house will have 2 primary bedrooms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this framing all the way to the wall over here and have a giant closet on the side. And then you have a tiny bathroom here, but it's more than enough. If you come in here, you'll have space for just a stand-in shower, a vanity, and a toilet. And that's gonna have this house at 4 bedrooms and 3 full bathrooms with 2 primary suites in the house. And I'm hoping that can help sell the home. All right, so now I'm at Floor & Decor, as you can see behind me, and I'm going to pick up the bathroom vanities for the bathrooms. I'm gonna go with a wood white oak vanity to go with the wood tiling in the bathrooms. All right, so we can see there's some wood vanities here, but I don't like that color. It's too like orangey and fake. So the one I'm gonna get, I don't see it here yet. No, it's not those. So I don't see it on display at the store, but online it says it's in stock, so let me ask an associate. All right, good news. They had it in stock. They were just up on the shelves and they had to pull it. It'll take them about 30 minutes and then my contractor can pick them up. But I got 2 31-inch vanities for the smaller bathrooms, and for the primary bathroom, I put 2 49-inch vanities to go the entire length of the wall. It's gonna be pretty massive, but it'll look great. And my total came out to just over $3,000. So it's been a few weeks since I was up in Dallas. Let me give you an update on what all has been done. So my framers finished framing the open kitchen, as well as the primary bathroom and closet layout. And they finished framing the side for the garage conversion. And they put up a fence along the back of the property. It used to be just a 3-foot tall chain link fence with no privacy. So they switched it up and put a 6-foot privacy fence, wood fence along the back. So it's a little nicer and more privacy. So in order to open up the kitchen, I had to move the fridge from the left side to the back wall of the kitchen to allow a wider opening. And for the primary bathroom, I basically just extended one of the closets all the way out to the bedroom entrance. And the other closet I got rid of and put a second vanity there, and then just shifted the toilet and the shower drains, kind of just swapped it essentially to have the shower on one side and the toilet on the other side. So after the frame was finished, the plumber was able to go in and start doing his work. He roughed in 3 shower valves, and then he moved the drain lines for the new shower and toilet setup for the primary bathroom. He also ran a new gas line all the way down for the stove in the kitchen, because I'm gonna switch it from electric to gas. And for labor and material, he charged me $4,750. And that will include him going back and installing new toilets, a new tub for one of the bathrooms, and all the fixtures. And when I say labor and materials, I mean for materials like all the PEX plumbing, all the drain pipes, and then the tub. All the finishes like the shower faucets and the sink faucets, I picked that out because I'm very picky on what I want and my design, but he pays for everything else. At the same time, my HVAC contractor went out there and replaced all the ducts and the plenum for the AC system. They are very old and leaking, so he replaced all of it. On top of that, he also replaced all the bathroom vents, the laundry room vent, and the kitchen vent hood vent, as all of them were not done properly. The previous person that remodeled or built the home had them all terminating the vent ducts in the attic, so it wasn't actually venting outside the house. So my HVAC guy routed the proper venting so it goes through the roof or through the side of the house to actually go out and vent out to the house. He also replaced all the grills and a new thermostat, and labor and material, he charged me $4,800. Now for the electrical, there wasn't that much work. The electrician had to move a few switches around and cancel out a couple switches, but besides that, all he had to do was replace all the outlets and switches with new ones, and then install all new fixtures and 18 new recessed lights. So he's charging me $3,300 for that work, and I'm providing all the fixtures, like the ceiling fans, the light fixtures, and the recessed lights. While they're working on the inside of the home, my painters painted the entire exterior of the home for $3,300 labor and material. I decided to paint the house white. Even though the original gray paint was in pretty good shape, I just didn't like the look and wanted a more modern and clean feeling to the home. When I got back home, I ordered the kitchen cabinets as I had taken the measurements while I was in Dallas. And the cabinets I always get is from a wholesale supplier, and they're ready to assemble cabinets. So all you have to do is assemble them and install them. So it's very quick to install. And they already come pre-painted in white or other colors, but I like to use white. And they have soft closed doors, and they're just a lot easier to work with and a lot quicker. Now, I ended up needing 21 cabinets, as well as side fillers and toe kicks, and all that came out to just under $2,600. So when it's ready for cabinets, I'll send my countertops guy to go pick it up from the supplier here in Houston, and he'll drive up to Dallas and he'll install the cabinets as well as install the quartz countertops for the kitchen as well. Now, I'm still waiting for a final price from him, but based on my previous jobs with him, I expect this job to cost around $3,000 labor and material. The rough-ins are finishing up these next couple of days, so the next step is to send my Houston guys back up to Dallas to start on the sheetrock and painting. Once they paint all the walls and ceilings, then my tile guy can come in and start doing the tiling in the bathrooms, and my countertops and cabinets guy can do the kitchen. Let's do a quick recap of all the numbers so far now that we're halfway through the renovation. So I bought the house for $260,000. The closing costs ran just under $3,900. First, I did junk removal of all the stuff left behind from the cellar, and that cost $1,000. After that, I did a deep clean on all the walls and ceilings of the home because the sellers had smoked a lot of cigarettes prior to them selling the house, and it smelled so bad of nicotine, cigarette smoke, so I had to deep clean all the walls and ceilings to get rid of the smell. And my cleaning lady charged me $550 for that cleaning. After that, I did demolition, which ran $3,000. Next, for framing, my framer charged me $1,500 for the labor, and the materials ran $633. For the privacy fence in the backyard, he charged me $1,000 for labor, and the materials ran $1,132. Now, for exterior pressure wash and painting, my contractor charged me $2,700, and the materials ran just over $600. I bought all 4 bathroom vanities from Floor & Decor, and that ran $3,091. I also ordered the garage door as it was a special order because I wanted a white oak wood color, and it was a 4 to 6 week turnaround time. So my garage door company is charging me $4,103 for the garage door. It's so expensive because it's a custom door that has to be ordered, and it's fully insulated on the inside. After that, I bought ceiling fans and light fixtures at Home Depot for $865, and then recessed lights and vanity lights off Amazon for $713. Now inside the carport that I'm converting to a garage, they had these old interior doors that were all rotted, and replacing those 3 doors plus adding one to have an exterior door access from the garage. All of that cost me $726. I bought new bathroom faucets for the plumber to rough in the new valve, and the faucets alone were $323. As I mentioned, my plumber will be charging me $4,750. My HVAC guy is charging me $4,800, and the electrical is $3,300. So right now, I'm at $35,000 on the renovation so far, and I'm about halfway through the project. I bought the house 3 weeks ago. I'm about halfway through, so I think I need another 3 weeks and probably another $35 to $45K to finish up the house. So keep in mind, I bought the house for $260,000, $4,000 in closing costs roughly. So $264 plus $35, I'm basically right under $300,000 so far. And the plan is to be all in at under $350,000. So far so good, we're still under budget. And I think the project is progressing pretty smoothly considering it's a remote project and I'm not having a GC handle it. I'm just picking out individual subcontractors, as I only closed 3 weeks ago and I've already knocked out demolition, junk removal, all the rough-ins for electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, and all the framing and exterior paint and fence. So I think it's moving pretty well. And this upcoming week should finish all the sheetrock and start the tiling and cabinets. Then the following week, finish that up and have all the fixtures installed for the plumbing and electrical. And the following week after that will just be doors and trim and floors, and we should be done with the house. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I'll do the part 2 video once the house is complete and sold, as I'll probably be going back up to Dallas just one more time when it's closer to completion. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video, and then you'll see the whole breakdown of this entire project. Also, leave a comment below on anything you'd like to see or hear in the next video.